today.
Great to see you. Now, take us back a little bit. You know, you've given us so many musical memories. Who were the inspirations? Who were the heroes for you to want to play music and drums and do your thing?
Drums, John Bonham and Buddy Rich, they were kind of my heroes.
Wow.
As far as the drumming spectrums.
Sure.
You know?
That's a stretch. You got Buddy Rich over here, and
Yeah, but Buddy had the speed, and Bonham had that great syncopation. So
yeah, that's amazing. Now, growing up, did you played a lot of like bands in the neighborhood? What was the evolution to eventually?
yeah, I played a lot. I started playing live early because my brother Lenny, he's 5 years older than me. So I was always exposed to music at an earlier age. So by 10, 11, I was already playing out weddings and gigs like that. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And tell us about, obviously, joining the Ramones. How did that evolution come where you had an opportunity to join such a great band?
That was just being in the right spot at the right time. I was hanging out in Brooklyn at the Shirts. They had a house there, and they had a recording studio, and one of the roadies said, I asked him where he was going. He said, Ramones were auditioning drummers. I told him to put my name in the hat. And that's pretty how simple it was, but it's, this business needs a lot of luck and a lot of timing. And just at that moment in time, look what happened, things could have been differently, So it's kind of cool.
Now, I know it was challenging knowing the different personalities in the band. What was the most challenging part about existing within that group? Because obviously you're the newcomer, but they've already got all their little quirks.
But the newcomer adds the new blood. So I think the band as a whole behaves a little better when a newcomer's around, and I didn't think there was any challenges. They were, Joey and I hit it off right away.
Okay.
And we hung out all the time, so it made it, really simple.
Yeah.
For that transition,
Now take us behind the scenes. Joey was such a great vocalist and frontman for the Ramones. What do people don't know about him, or what do you hope that people do remember about him?
Nothing. That he's, Joey was a, great guy, and it was very supportive. A big influence. Of who I am today. He always pushed me to do more and to write more. He was just one of those guys who really loved music, Joey. So it's kind of cool.
That's fantastic. Now, what are your greatest memories? Were there any shows or highlights? What do you remember the most if you're just thinking back at the Ramones era?
Just, whether it's the shows and playing South America and all the crazy times we had, but, Joey and Dee Dee just behind the scenes and knowing them as individuals are, really great memories, but, we party like every other band,
Now, what do you think it is about the music that's such a lasting quality? Because there's a lot of bands from that era, the music didn't hold up, but the music seems like this new generation get into it all the time.
The music's, it's timeless. It's not dated like some of the hardcore punk stuff that was from that day, I mean, the music basically comes off a surf music kind of route, and
it's kind of like pop music with an edge.
Right.
It was catchy.
And that kind of music, just goes on and on, So, like when you hear Ramone stuff from 1977, you don't feel like it is dated like some other bands if you listen to that stuff from then. It just sounds like that time, and it got stuck there.
Sure. And from your experiences, everything you've been through, what advice would you give to that young drummer or band today? What do they need to concentrate on or avoid to really stand out and have a shot at lasting?
You just got to keep pushing and trying. I mean, the last count is like 5 million bands now, which is really hard to rise to the bunch of the pack. But, you can, don't waste your time if you don't have nothing special. I mean, it's you
gotta do something different. Don't just follow the path.
Yeah. If you got it, you got it. Stay true to yourself.